Everyone doing tonight? Welcome into another edition of Insomnia Maniacs Tarot with your host, Tropical Empress and Spirit. Hi, beautiful people. I'm sorry I was a few minutes late again. Seems like I can never get here right on time. When I anticipate I'll be right on time, it seems like I always end up running a few minutes behind. So I apologize. I had to rearrange my room real quickly because my back's still giving me problems, and so I can't even sit tonight either. So I'll be standing tonight to doing readings for y'all, and I guess if I need to sit down, I'll take a break and sit over in the corner, but I moved my chair out of the way, so I have more room to move around right here, and y'all be able to see me, and so I even had to put on my high heels, which some of y'all might find crazy with my back hurting, but for some reason it helps my back sometimes. Don't ask me why. I remember I said that to my doctor one day, and he looked at me, he's like, no, it makes sense. He said it's not the first time he's heard it either, so okay. So sometimes actually staying in my high heels feels better on my back. So anyhow, happy Friday, beautiful people. Thank you for joining me. I'm just shuffling some of these cards real quick. I figured I'll pull a couple oracle cards from my Rebel deck and my Effet deck, and then go over the or pull from a couple other oracle decks, and then go over the tarot spread I pulled for y'all tonight. So I hope it's been a wonderful Friday for y'all. Hopefully y'all are doing something fun this weekend for those of y'all who have it off. I know I got some plans, so I'll be meeting up with some people who invited me out, which will be nice because I hardly ever go anywhere anymore. So anyhow, thank you all for being here. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name's Amanda. I'm a psychic intuitive tarot reader where I do tarot readings, and we also talk about spirituality and other things here, life in general. And I do a collective reading at the beginning of every stream. At least that's the way it'll be until probably next month. It'll probably go to pre-recorded collective readings, but I'll still post them daily. And then I do paid readings on this stream too. So if you're interested, there's my board right here that has all the info on it for you if you want a personal paid reading. So the reading I'm about to do, this covers all 12 signs. So if you're wondering about zodiac signs, it doesn't matter what zodiac sign you are. If you're here, you're part of the collective. So take what messages resonate and leave behind the rest. If something doesn't fit, don't force it to fit. Okay? Alright. Let's see. Let's pull from my Effet deck first. Just for some kicks and giggles and because it's Friday. Alright, Spirit. Let's just have for y'all. This is the romance one. So I got a romance one and a regular one. Alright, Spirit. Show me. Spiritual or religious beliefs are best viewed with an open mind, or just shut the F up and love them for who they are. So, Spirit saying don't allow your religious beliefs to get in the way of love when you're in a relationship with someone. And beautiful people, you know, to me, this doesn't matter whether this is a romantic relationship or a personal relationship where it's platonic, whether it's with your friends or family. You know, I think we live in a society too much today where we're too judgmental and, choosing to not connect with people just because they believe differently from us. You know, I think that's wrong. I think we should be loving and accept people for just the way they are. But that's just me. So, hi, Sunnyland. How you doing, beautiful? Yeah, I'm doing better. I still gotta stand though to read because my back's still flared up, and for whatever reason, right now it feels better on my back to stand, and then not just stand, but stand in my high heels. So that's what I'm doing. It'll get better, honey. I just gotta move around some. I think the problem is because y'all see me. I sit here for hours on end, and that's not good on my back. You know, um, which I think is why when I shot pool regularly, I noticed I felt a lot better because I was getting more movement in my back, and my back was getting stretched out, and of course, when I shot pool too, I would wear high heels, so between both of it, it helps. So it's just gonna be one of those weeks, honey. The next probably couple days be rough, but I'll be all right. How you doing? All right, what else, Spirit? Well, if you're waiting on love to come in, Spirit saying love's coming. It's coming soon. Not just new love is coming soon, it says new effing love is coming soon. How you like them apples? Alright, Spirit, what else? From a regular effing deck. Spirit said, do it one effing step at a time. So, beautiful people, if you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself over something, Spirit saying take it easy. Don't overthink things. Take it one step at a time. Be easy on yourself. What else, Spirit? Hi, Razil. Oh, thank you, honey. Yeah. Well, it's not just it compresses the spine. It's the spinal fluid that leaks into that cyst. So I don't know what it is. I'd have to read all that stuff again. It's been a long time since I really read up on it. But it causes that cyst to dilate, which presses on all the tissue in that area and the nerves. So it's good to see you, Razil. And thank you, honey. People seem to look right on me. So thank you for the compliment, honey. Alright, Spirit. What else you got? Well, if you're looking for someone to come in and give you a hand with something, Spirit saying they're sending them your way. So, a kind MFR will be helping you soon. Yeah, that's good to know. Oh, these cards are something else. Oh, thank you, Sunnyland. Appreciate you, beautiful. No, Roselle, I don't have an actual spinal fluid leak, but I have a condition that's rare. It's called tarlip cyst. And so certain things I do causes the spinal fluid to leak in like this cyst, like a bubble. You think of a bubble, and it's in my sacrum where all those nerves come out. So when you think of like that bone in the base of your spine, that's right there above, the crack of your butt, that triangular bone right there. I have a cyst that sits right under it. and where all those nerves come down, and it's pressing up against all those nerves. So sometimes when I do certain movements or do too much of it, it presses and it dilates that cyst to where it gets bigger. So, hi, Sergeant Curtis. Oh, thank you, baby. So I just gotta stand right now, because sitting too much, as crazy as that sounds, you would think it would help make it feel better, but it doesn't. Sometimes sitting too long hurts it more, so. Alright, keywords, beautiful people. What's the keyword, Spirit? Kangaroos. Family unity, strength, roll with the punches, ambition, protection, ease of movement, home away from home, aggressive protection. Well, beautiful people, if you're feeling like things are getting away, I know some of y'all feel like, there's just like a heavy negative energy cloud around you. Things aren't going right. It seems like no matter what you do, things are going wrong. And you feel like, the universe or your angels or your passed over loved ones aren't watching over and protecting you. Spirits tell me right here they are. They're watching over you. So they want you to keep going and not be afraid. Take whatever steps you got to take. Roll with the punches. Like Spirit's saying right here, one step at a time. Be easy on yourself too. Hi, Alejandro. How you doing, baby? I thought about you the other day. I meant to message you, baby. Was wondering where you been. What else, Spirit? Yeah, Brazil. It hurts, baby. You'd have to look it up, though, in order to understand it. And the problem is that there's only two doctors, two surgeons, neurosurgeons, who do any kind of like surgery to treat my condition here in the U.S., but someone said it's worldwide. There's only two doctors. So, alright, Spirit. What else? What other keywords do you have? Oh, we got the fox. Ooh. Sexy lady, foxy lady. That's the first thing I picked up. Good luck omen. Fox in a hen house. A desire to stay single or work alone. Quick, witty, sneaky. And I feel like y'all got a good omen. And like, when I read sexy or foxy, I'm thinking of like, a sexy lady, foxy lady, even, a sexy guy. Like, I feel like some of y'all are very attractive right now. I feel like you're getting a lot of attention. Even though many of y'all may want to still stay single, I feel like there's a lot of people that would like to ask you out. So you're looking good. Keep it up. Whatever you're doing. Improving on your overall health, well-being, your looks. Spirit saying you're looking really good. What else, Spirit? We got dog. Ability to devote yourself to your path. Happy, loyal, faithful friend, devoted. Yeah, I'm picking up this is a good time for you. I'm picking up, this is a happy time for many of y'all. It's a time of celebration, is what Spirit just said. It's even a time for love. We're in summer, so it's like love's in the air. I'm also picking up your Spirit's acknowledging that you're a loyal friend and a loyal companion to the people in your life. What else, Spirit? Now I gotta lean up against this wall. One more, Spirit. Ooh, and the owl came out again. Insight, wisdom, wise choice, unusual powers of discernment. Deciphering mystery. Sees truth behind the wall. Good advice. No sense of humor. Look at life from all angles. Explore unknown and magic in life. This is a very good time for you that I feel like you are getting a lot of messages from the other side. The owl is very spiritual. To me, it speaks of intuition. So I feel like there's a lot of messages coming in from the other side, from your spirit guides that are trying to guide you. Even some of y'all might be noticing that more of your gifts are becoming stronger. Because I feel like many of y'all are going through a spiritual awakening right now. And I feel like there's many things that maybe you weren't able to see or understand before that I feel like you're coming to understand it a lot more. Especially when we talk about friends or family, people that, have already gone through like a spiritual awakening. And, maybe they would share an experience of theirs with you and you would kind of like look at them even maybe a little crazy. I get some of y'all, a few of y'all in fact, that you would look at them a little crazy, like, you thought they were, psychotic, we'll say, or needed some mental help. And now you come to realize and understand that, no, they're not crazy after all. And you're starting to experience some of the same things. And it's opening new doorways where your foresight, being able to see things for what they are, even when people may not be upfront, honest with you. I feel like this is you being able to see through the BS. I also pick up, this is like you being able to foresee the future at times. Like I feel like you're getting those warnings, that precognitive ability, which precognition is one of the most common psychic abilities that most people have. So you're either getting these messages while you're sleeping, like in your dreams, or you're getting it while you're awake, but I feel like many people aren't realizing that that's what's happening. So it's like, because there's like a lot of distraction, I feel, in y'all's life, but that's natural, living our lives, like especially when we're at work. It's hard to pay attention to all those insights that we get, those messages that, it's like it comes out of nowhere and you're just kind of like, huh? What? And then it's like, oh, but I gotta focus on my job. So it's like it gets shoved to the side. And then I feel like many of y'all forget about it. So just be more mindful, beautiful people. If something like that's happening, try and, make, time to write a quick note so you don't forget about it. Because I feel like that's many times when spirits come in and trying to speak to you, give you advice and insight, but they are doing it in your sleep. Some of y'all are consciously aware of it though, and you might be feeling like your gifts are getting a little bit stronger. And at times I feel like it can be very overwhelming. Spirit saying, hang in there, take a deep breath. Trust in the path. There's something in this you're meant to learn as you go through the rest of your awakening. Like some of y'all I know are coming to the end of it. Okay. Last one, Spirit. The last key word is rain. Cleansing. Look at the bright side. Silver lining. Tears that heal. Healing. Going within. Soul searching. Growth. Potential. Washes away what was. This is a very cleansing time for y'all. It's a healing time. Um, I feel like y'all have been doing some soul searching, going within. I feel like many of y'all are trying to see the silver lining in a situation. Seeing it, that yeah, it may not be exactly what you want it to be or how you had hoped it would be, but it's good that it's happening the way it is. Like I hear a blessing in disguise, kind of insight, kind of silver lining is what I'm picking up from that. And it's helping you to grow more, helping you to see things from another point of view than the point of views that maybe you tend to look at things more. Like a whole new spectrum is what Spirit just said is opening up to you. So Trust it. And if you feel the need to cry, beautiful people, cry. Don't let anybody tell you how to feel. Crying is healing. Tears are healing. It's good for the soul. Alright. What are y'all manifesting? Well, here. I'll get a couple of rebel cards real quick. Alright. Spirit. Show me. You are half-assing it. You need full butt effort right now. So many of y'all may not be, some of y'all are procrastinating, is more or less is what Spirit's saying. So stop, half-assing it, as the card says. Stop procrastinating. There's things you got to get done. Spirit's saying get on it. Don't wait around. It ain't going to do itself or fix itself. What else, Spirit? Well, watch your back. Do not absorb the toxic BS. So, beautiful people, watch your back. You might find that some people in your life might pretend like they're your friends, but they're not. So, be careful. Choose your friends wisely. Because someone might end up doing some shady stuff that you never see coming. And the other one that popped out is, you need a good effing cry. Get the ugly cry on. Let that crap go. Your soul will thank you. So here we are again about needing the cry. Like the other card from the keyword, rain. About crying. Tears are healing. So Spirit's confirming it right here. If you feel you need to cry, go ahead and cry. It's okay. If you need someone to cry, a shoulder to cry on, reach out to someone you trust that's not going to judge you. Even talk to them about what's going on. They'll be there for you. They'll be that compassionate listener that you need. And they'll be able to comfort you for whatever it is you're going through. Alright. Now, what are y'all... Here, let me pull from this real quick. Spirit, show me. Spirit, give you more energy. I know, right? Spirit needs to give me some extra energy. Alright, Spirit. What other messages you got for the collective? They need to hear. Oop, that one jumped out. Okay. Voyage of the heart. Love flows through you, into you. So this voyage of the heart. Love flows through you, into you. I feel like y'all all filled up with love and care. And I feel like many of y'all are connecting with people you love, who you truly appreciate just as much as I feel like they love and appreciate you too. Some of y'all, this is like that prime time, I feel. If you're single, looking for love, I feel like you're going to be attracting it. I feel like it's coming in for many of y'all. So be on the lookout, my single people. I feel like if y'all are in a relationship, I feel there's more depths, more energy, like both of y'all willing to put more effort in to, Spirit just said, to bring the spark back. So I feel like for some of y'all, if y'all been in a long-term relationship, maybe it's been missing its spark. So I feel like y'all been conversing, talking about it, ways that y'all can improve y'all's relationship and get the romance, get that spark and that fire burning again for each other. So Spirit's saying, take your first step. Begin now. If you're afraid of something, Spirit's saying, stop being afraid. Take the first step. It's like the other card right here. It's like Spirit's confirming it. Take one step at a time. Here it is right here. Take the first step, y'all. Have the courage. Be brave. Don't be afraid. I know life can be scary sometimes. But don't run away from it. Alright. I'm getting a couple from this real quickly. What other messages, Spirit? You want to give me two? Okay. If y'all are working on anything creative right now, whether this is a hobby, for some of y'all this feels just like a hobby. For others, this is like something you do, like a side gig, hustle, even something you might be looking at trying to turn into your own business. I feel like if you've been looking for help, Spirit showing me it's coming in, because I got creative endeavor and professional assistance came out with it. So I feel like y'all are going to be getting some assistance with your creative endeavor you're working on, which y'all have heard me talk about in the past week about some of y'all are patenting some ideas, inventions, trying to start a business of some kind. And then a few of y'all did confirm that y'all are doing exactly that. So I feel like that's for some of y'all right there. If you're second guessing yourself, don't do it. This is the prime time for it, to manifest exactly what you want. And that's one of them. You can't expect victory or success if you don't take the first step towards making it happen, is what Spirit just said. Alright. Now I'm going to use this last deck real quick. And then I'll go into the tarot. Spirit, what are y'all manifesting right now? Show me, Spirit. No, Spirit saying lighten up. Be real and lighten up. Last quarter moon in Leo. So this feels like y'all need to be a little more playful. Which I know that's hard sometimes, especially with our responsibilities and day in and day out, our daily tasks and chores and working and take care of kids and tending to our relationships and then also ourselves. But Spirit saying laugh more, have more fun, let your hair hang down, lighten up the mood, be happy, enjoy life. Hi Bob, hi 420. Alright, what else, Spirit? And don't forget yourself, beautiful people. Make time for self-love. Make sure you're loving and nurturing yourself too. Don't go around and giving all your love away, filling up everyone else's cup without going through and filling up your own cup first. Make sure your own cup is overflowing before you go and try and give to everyone else. Because that will drain you then. And I know sometimes that's hard to do that, beautiful people, especially when you have small kids. You know, with the exception to small kids, let the adults handle their own business. So you can tend to yourself. Lady in red. Oh. Yeah, 420. I put on red tonight. My back's still hurting me, so I'm standing. And I put on my high heels too because for whatever reason, sometimes standing in my high heels makes my back feel better. As crazy as that might sound to some people, but it's also true. I told my doctor that, and I thought he was gonna look at me crazy, and he's like, no, it makes sense to me, and he said it's not the first time he's heard it, so. Alright, last one. Let your fears dissolve. Full moon in Cancer. Let your fears dissolve. What are you afraid of, beautiful people? Stop being afraid. You know, you're afraid the world's gonna fall apart around you. You're afraid of making a mistake. Are you afraid of disappointing people? Are you afraid of disappointing yourself? Letting people down? What is it you're afraid of? Spirit saying stop being afraid. Be fearless. Be like the tiger, the lion. You know, and this card's speaking to me. Strength, excuse me. Strength within. Standing strong in your truth while protecting your heart. Stand strong. Be fearless. Have the eye of the tiger. You know, even if it doesn't work out, if things go south, you know, it's like, know that you're going to find a way to put it back together. You're strong. Be like titanium. Strong. Makes me think of that song by, who is that? Sia or Rihanna? One of them sings that song. Be titanium. Be fearless like the tiger. Alright. Put this to the side. Okay. Move all this. Now, let me get... I'll roll my dice real quick. Spirit, what messages do you have? What is it that the collective need to work on when it comes to self-love? Family. Y'all questioning something? Because my dice landed on deep questioning and family. What, you having questions about your family? Is there conflict going on? I know some of y'all have had conflict recently. And I feel like someone's is still having some issues with their family. What are you questioning? Are you questioning if you should keep in contact with your family? That's kind of what I pick up. I pick up like some of y'all feel like there's just one or two people in your circle and beautiful people. To me, family's not just blood, okay? It's the people you also choose. Friends. That's, you know, family to me too. So put them all, you know, in the category of family. Are you questioning if you should keep close ties with them or cut them off? What else, Spirit? Why is this here? Let me see. Y'all having some shattered illusions? I'm picking up on someone that, a close relative. It's either a relative or a close friend. Like, I'm picking up they promised you something, but then they didn't follow through. So that's kind of like shattered your world. You know, I feel like that's why this shattered illusions is coming up. What else, Spirit? What is that? Yeah, some of y'all got unfinished business. And this feels like this involves an actual business. So this is like a family business. Something went south. There was a conflict, a disagreement. Spirit showing me like sorting something out. So maybe this is the inventory. I don't know what kind of business this is, but I'm getting like sorting through things. So you both were sorting through things and there was an argument over what was being sorted or who picked what. Something had to do with the way y'all process y'all's inventory. And I saw sold. So this makes me feel like, show me spirit. This makes me feel like this was some type of family business. This might have even been a business that was owned by y'all's parents or grandparents. And I feel like someone passed away. So the mother, father passed away. And now the business is left to you and your siblings. And so I feel like there's been a bond that's been broken here because there's been an argument now over the money, how to sort through not just the inventory, how to get rid of the inventory, because I don't feel like neither sibling, I'm getting number 3, so there's 3 of y'all. I'm picking up like nobody wants to take on this business. So y'all are arguing over how to sort out what inventory's in this business and also the money for the sale of the business. So I see there's issues here. So I feel like you were promised something. Like I'm picking up, I just got a mother. So I'm picking up something that was owned by your mother. And this material, whatever this is, it feels like maybe a piece of jewelry. Like I just got shown a ring. It's either a ring or an earring. There's an argument, there's a disagreement over this. You were promised this because this is something your mother wanted you to have. But now your siblings are saying no. They're not going to give it to you now, so now you're hurt. And then also, like I said, the separating of this business, sorting through the inventory and the money, dividing up the money. There's been a break in the family, and I'm sorry for whoever that is. What else, Spirit? Spirit saying y'all need to work on y'all's inner child healing. And that inner child healing is really part of your shadow self. So whatever traumas you've experienced as a young child, there's that wound that's still there that needs to be tended to. That I feel like it still comes up every now and then, kind of almost like PTSD. Is what I'm picking up. So Spirit saying you need to go back and work on that, and heal that wound so it doesn't come up again, so it doesn't get triggered. Because I feel like it's going to cause a problem in relationships if it hasn't already, but I feel like it has. I feel like it came up recently. Someone triggered you. So Spirit wants you to focus on working on your inner child wounds that are still hanging around. Alright, last one, Spirit. Then I'll go over the tarot. What else? Also, focus on your physical health. Physical health is a big thing. Make sure y'all are taking care of yourselves. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water. Make sure you're eating right. Make sure you're getting plenty of sleep. If there's any issues you're having with your body, even with your mind, go see a doctor. Go see a professional. Don't ignore it. Listen to your body when it talks to you. Okay, you can't just keep shoving it to the side and hoping it'll go away. It's not going to go away. So, make sure you're taking care of your physical well-being. But even your mental and emotional is important too, beautiful people. Along with the spiritual. Alright, let's put this right here. Okay, beautiful people. Again, this is a general collective reading. It's not a personal reading. So take what messages resonate and leave behind the rest. If something doesn't fit, please don't force it to fit, y'all. Okay, and it doesn't matter what zodiac sign you are. If you're here, you're part of the collective. And thank you all for being here. And I reckon I'll say hi to some of y'all real quick. Lydia Kessler, hi. Hey Bob, how you doing, baby? Hi 420. Hi again, Sunny Lynn. Hey Robert. Hi honey love. Alejandro, Roselle, Sergeant Curtis. Okay. I think that's everyone that I see. If I didn't see your name, I'm sorry. And Misty. Hi honey. And hi to the lurkers in the background. Alright. Recent past. I'm getting y'all. This is like, to me, y'all focusing on y'all self-love. Putting yourself first. Because I got self-love right here. Okay. So this has been a big focus. Focusing on loving yourself. Putting up your boundaries. Prioritizing your physical health. But your spiritual health. And doing things that make you happy instead of trying to like drain all your energy out and pouring it into everyone else. You're pouring it into yourself, which is good. Because I feel like right now, this has been a battle for you with the Five of Swords here. Not only has it been a battle, I feel like it's causing problems with the people close to you. I'm picking up a selfish type energy. And beautiful people, I'm not saying y'all are selfish. I feel like, though, the people in your close circle feel like you've been very selfish lately. So it's causing problems with this Five of Swords. But this is like a conflict that you're kind of just saying to themselves that it's like it doesn't matter how you feel. You know, I got to take care of me first. And I love y'all, but right now it's about me and only me. So, and I feel like this pertains to family, but I feel like this also pertains to someone from your past, like childhood. So this could be a childhood friend, this could be your sibling, this could be a parent, this can even be an ex-partner, someone you dated, you know, or were talking to once upon a time. So they're feeling and looking at you like you're being very selfish, and it's causing a lot of conflict, a lot of arguments. And so I feel like you've put up your strong boundaries to let them know, you know, they can think what they want. But right now, you know, for some of y'all feel like you've given so much to everyone else and you always get put last. So now it's your turn. It's your time to love you, take care of you, do what feels right to you, what makes you happy, instead of focusing on what makes everyone else around you happy. And beautiful people, I'm all for self-love. Understand me. Um, just make sure you find some balance in it. Don't, you know, don't ignore your loved ones because that can cause resentment and you don't want that. So in the present energy, I have this is like about having stress and worry. Um, I'm picking up like someone is worried. Um, I feel like you're getting a lot of attention. I have this Five of Wands here. I feel like you're getting a lot of attention from the opposite sex. And I feel like either there's your partner who sees you're getting all this attention and they're getting mad and they're worried that someone's just going to come in and sweep you up and take you away from them. Or this is someone that has an interest in you, but they're afraid to approach you because they're like kind of like saying to themselves, like, why would you, you know, date them? Why would you consider them? So there's a lot of competition here though. I'm also picking up another energy, like someone is worried. You're either gonna walk away from them, or you're worried they're gonna walk away from you. I have the Nine of Wands here, and you know, so this is kind of like it's going through the gates of hell. Y'all have had y'all struggles. There's been a lot of fights, disagreements, not seeing eye to eye. I feel like for some of y'all, this can even involve y'all's material stability. So this might involve, you know, money, paying bills, planning for the future, for the long term. So there's a lot of tension here. And I'm getting the feeling that you're worried someone's going to walk away. They're just going to throw their hands up like, okay, well, I don't care. You obviously don't care. You don't want, you know, to be with me, or you don't care enough about me or our relationship and, you know, what we should want together. So I really get this stress and worry. You're worried that you're going to lose someone you love. They're going to walk away from you. Um, and I see it's really leaving you up in your head, I feel. I feel you've been thinking about it a lot. I feel like you're not able to focus. Um, I feel like that even when they reach out to you, it's almost like you're afraid to respond to them. Um, because you're afraid of saying the wrong thing. You're afraid that, you say one more wrong thing and that's going to be it. They're not going to, want to talk to you again, kind of thing. Or they're going to at least, put you in silent treatment, as some people call it, which I don't understand that, but, I'm a different being here. But I do pick up there's a lot of worry here, a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety over this person. Because I do feel like you deeply love them. I do feel like you deeply care about them. But for whatever reason, it seems like there's some things in here that's not lining up, that you're not able to see eye to eye, to put in both the effort, the time, and energy for the long term. Um, I see shattered glass. So I feel like you feel like you're walking like on eggshells or on glass. You're just waiting for that last thing to kind of like cut you in, or you cut them and it's done and they're walking away. And see, in spirits over here with me, like, I'm picking up, this is like a soul connection. This is a karmic, that's meant to happen, or this is a soulmate connection. And I only say that because I got this right here, the fish, and it says soul connection. So this is a soulmate. If you're questioning this, and spirit showing me, like, they brought you this person, well, what are you doing? You asked for this person, you manifested them, here they are. But it's like you're not willing to put in the work or the effort to make it work. I see you're too much in this Nine of Pentacles energy, which is more like a singular energy. You're very abundant, but this is also someone who is strong, independent, kind of the attitude, the mindset, I don't need anybody, I don't have to have love in my life, I'm doing gravy all by myself. And you don't want to share your time, your energy, even your resources with, anyone. So, but here at the same time, this person brings you a lot of happiness. This is your wish fulfillment. So spirit's looking at you like, what the hell are you doing? Why aren't you, making the investment? We brought you the person you've been asking for. Here they are, but now you're not willing to put in the work. What's wrong with you? Kind of energy. So they are your wish fulfillment. They are your soulmate, you know. And because I see even as a singular energy for some of y'all who are single, I do feel like there is someone in your close circle that you have connected with, that you also feel like could be like one of those karmics that brings you a lot of happiness, that you could see there's potential there of something growing from it. But I feel like you too, you're afraid to approach this person, ask them out. You're afraid to let them know that you got some feelings for them, or you're in, strong like of them at the minimum. But there's some kind of spiritual connection there. Because that's what that card's telling me. So Spirit's saying, here's the advice. Again, this is what you asked for, this person. You know, um, whether this is something that you wanted, deeply, or maybe you subconsciously wished for this. This is something that's been guided. Because here's the Spirit card right here. And this is telling me, again, this is your wish fulfillment. This is being guided. This is your soulmate. So now Spirit's saying, are you, to have a leap of faith and trust this. Trust this connection. If you're wanting love, here it is. This person's there. If you're connecting with someone, Spirit's saying here they are. Have a leap of faith. Are you willing to work on it? Because they're your abundance. This is, showing me this will also be very successful if you put in the energy, because I have the Wheel of Fortune with it. I'm on it. And hold these cards up right. The Wheel of Fortune right here. Okay? So everything's turning in your corner, the way you want it, the way you've been wishing for. The Wheel of Fortune, that's positive movement. That's turning of the wheel. So Spirit's saying there is success in this relationship, in this connection. if you want it. Here they are. So what are you willing to do now? Because they're trying to guide this relationship. They brought this person to you. You know, are you going to sit here and stay over here in this singular energy when the Nine of Pentacles and just stay single? It's like, no, you know, I thought I wanted it, but, you know, I changed my mind kind of deal. Or are you going to put in the investment and give it a shot? What do you have to lose? You know, because it's like I get the energy, I get the feeling it's now or never. I feel like if you don't make a move, if you don't try, I feel like the person will shut you out. I feel like they're going to deny you access. So for those of y'all who are connecting with someone romantically, that's what I'm picking up. But for the rest of y'all, this all feels like family. This also feels like this is, you know, like sibling. I get sibling, you know, issues here. Again, like from the oracle messages I have, some of this feels like family. You know, Spirit saying they're trying to help you work on your relationship with your siblings, family, friends, whoever it is. And yeah, there might even be someone from the past that kind of has, I just heard ruffled people's feathers. And that's caused some chaos, some issues to where, you know, maybe someone's competing for your attention. Now that this person from the past has returned, someone feels like they are competing for your attention and your time. So Spirit saying it's a burden, yeah, but Spirit saying don't give up. You know, try and balance your time with, you know, everyone, but also make sure you're not forgetting about yourself. So Spirit is also trying to help heal this relationship, heal these conflicts. Because they don't want to see your relationships just kind of fall apart and explode and blow up in your face. I would never want that for anyone. So Spirit saying also to have some faith. Faith in yourself, faith in the people around you, but also faith in the universe. So if you're going to take a step forward and try, you know, be the mature person, even put some of the tension to the side, put some of the arguments to the side. You know, it's not about being right, it's about being happy, you know, and this person or these people make you happy. I feel like you're gonna, you know, feel, you know, on top of the world. I feel like you're gonna feel like, you know, you made the right decision, because Spirit's saying, here's the Ace of Swords, which is the possible future outcome. The Ace of Swords is all about clarity, but it's also victory, success. And this is you making that choice to choose them, to choose to be the mature, loving, compassionate person, to invest in this relationship, or, you know, work on your relationships with the people close to you. And yes, still find balance in your life to have self-love too, but still don't forget about the people in your circle. Because I feel like someone's hurting, but like I said, someone watching me right now is afraid someone's going to walk away, that they're going to shut you out. You know, I don't know if you deserve to be shut out or not, you know, but if you feel like someone's going to walk away, I suggest you do something to change it if you care about them enough. Otherwise, I see Spirit just showed me the door is open this much. So you only got a little bit of a crack, which shows me you only got, you know, a short window to make this work. Otherwise, this person's going to shut you out and walk away forever, I feel. Ooh, and that hurts my heart. Yikes. That's some heavy energy right there. Alright. Spirit. Let's see. From the gods of the hidden realms. Let me pull out all these other cards first. Epiphany sing at dawn. And it says, the way of understanding is not always direct. After struggling with something a while, sometimes you just have to let it go. Then when you stop trying to figure it out intellectually, an epiphany will deliver you from your confusion. Inspiration flows, and you suddenly have the exact understanding you need to move forward with meaning and purpose. These dawning moments of revelation happen because you stop overly focusing on the issues and let your peripheral awareness gather what it needs. It's a skill that most people don't know they have, but it's how we tap into the hidden realms for information. In your current situation, stop trying to figure things out with your mind and self will alone, and instead surrender to spirit. Ask for your solution, and it will come, but only when you let go of the need for the exact timing, form, and manner in which it's delivered. The best way to prepare is to engage in some repetitive, mundane activity. While doing something completely unrelated, you will receive a divine download. Go for a walk, garden, do the dishes, paint, or dance if you're able. You are on the right path now. Trust that Spirit has a plan and all the answers you need will be gifted to you when you're truly ready to receive them. Beautiful people, it's like I was saying, the downloads earlier, even Spirit trying to guide this relationship or relationships. It's like how I described it to y'all last night. For those of y'all who were watching me, but those who maybe didn't watch me last night. When you have um your spirit guides that come in, your loved ones, your angels, when you ask them for help, when you ask them for guidance, when you're looking for messages from the other side, okay, you would think, that, like the movies in Hollywood, they just show up and their spirit shows up and then they speak to you. That's not the way it works most of the time, okay? The way it works is you'll be doing something like it describes in this book, doing the dishes, doing laundry. So, it's like you're doing something repetitive, but you're not really focused on what you're doing because it's something you've done over and over again. So it's not like it takes a lot of focus. And so that's when it's like your head is like emptied with, nothing. And that's when the messages will come through loud and clear. Okay. So you, like I said, doing the dishes or doing laundry, you're not really thinking of anything. It is not taking a lot. And I just saw a blue spirit orb. It's not taking a lot to focus because it's something you do, all the time. And that's when those messages will come in. That's when your spirit guides, your angels, your loved ones will put a message in your head. And you may not recognize it as that, but it's exactly that. That's how it works. That's intuition, like an epiphany. So Spirit's saying, focus on those times. And then I have, let's see, um, here, I'll read from my Whispers of Aloha first. Alright, the other card I pulled for y'all is reflect your authenticity. Your core truths are in the depths of your being. And it says, the busyness of daily life can keep you preoccupied. Regular self-reflection can help you know yourself at a deeper and more meaningful level. When you rediscover and recommit to your values, you will naturally make clearer and stronger decisions that align with who you are and where you want to be. Extract the power from any conditioning that keeps you from expressing and living authentically. Concentrate your thoughts and efforts to reignite your passions and create a place where you can reconnect with your enthusiasm and playfulness. These aspects of you are longing to resurface. Relax into the depths of your mind, heart, and being, and find yourself. So who are you? Have you taken the time to really focus on the person you are, the true authentic being, the beautiful being that you are? And have you allowed that to really come out and allow the people around you to see that person? Who are you? Are you proud of that person? When you look in the mirror, do you smile or do you feel sadness? And then if you feel sadness or you don't feel worthy, why? Why don't you feel worthy? Why don't you love yourself? Why do you feel the need to hide who you are? You know, if it's like I tell you all the time, if people don't like you, oh well. You know what? They're the people that aren't meant to be in your life. The ones who are meant to be in your life are the ones who are going to show up, and they're not going to need a reason to stay in your life. They're going to want to be there. So who are you? Be honest with yourself. And when you could be honest with yourself and, be relaxed and at ease and at peace with who you are, that's a beautiful light, because you're more proud, you smile more, you're at peace, and that attracts people to you. So Spirit wants you to focus on that being, that beautiful being that you are, because you are, after all, a beautiful, authentic being with magic. You hold a specific magic that nobody else in this world has and this world needs. So don't forget that, beautiful people. You are magical. You are perfect just the way you are. Don't allow anyone to question that or tell you differently. And then, let's see. The next oracle card I have is Devoted Heart. Cherish both the present and the future with reverence, blending lives. So have a devoted heart. Be devoted again to yourself, to divine, to the people in your life, friends, family, significant other, and be open, be receptive. Again, this is part of being your authentic self, allowing others to see you, get to know you without that mask, so you could be more in the present, live in the now, not yesterday and not tomorrow. Be here and now. That's what Spirit keeps asking y'all to do. And then for my lovebirds, this is my Love Runes deck. And this says your love life is developing in the right direction. A period of happiness, success, and harmony is assured. So if you're wondering if your love life is going in the right direction, Spirit saying yes it is. Here it is right here. Okay? Again, it's being spiritually guided. So don't question it. That's that soul connection. And I keep getting soulmate. It's come up the last couple days. So Spirit's confirming that yes, this is a soulmate connection. And then I'm going to do that other card. Oh, here's another message for y'all. Just for one of my other decks. The more anger you hold in your heart, the less capable you are of loving the present. The more anger you hold in your heart, the less capable you are of loving the present. Let go of the anger, beautiful people. It's not worth it. Again, live in the present moment. Live in the here and now. Release all that tension, all that bitterness, and forgive. Be willing to forgive. Alright. And then the angel cards I pulled for y'all. I got two. They both came out together, so I decided I'd take them both, y'all. The first one is Azrael. Healing will come from this. This is a time of change and transition. You may feel your current situation is out of your control, but Azrael's angelic energy is here to bring you hope and strength. Healing is happening. Trust in yourself and in your prayers, for the worst is almost over, and you will have good experiences once more. And the positive affirmation here is, thank you, Azrael, for guiding me to the healing within this time of change. Thank you, Azrael, for guiding me to the healing within this time of change. So, whatever you're going through right now, beautiful people, know that healing will come from it. Allow the healing to come to you. You all are deserving of great healing and love and success and all the gravy good things this life has to offer. And don't forget that. And the other angel card, the last and final card, is the guardian angel. You are not alone. Your guardian angel is here to hold you and support you, but needs to be invited to come forth and guide you. This invitation doesn't have to be issued through prayer. It can also come through your actions. So stop trying to do everything on your own. Let the barriers of independence fall so that you can be held, loved, and cherished by heaven and earth. And the positive affirmation for you is, I welcome in all levels of support from heaven and earth. I welcome in all levels of support from heaven and earth. And that's what I got for y'all, beautiful people, for the general collective reading. Again, beautiful people, that was a general collective. It wasn't a personal reading. So take what messages resonate and leave behind the rest. If something don't fit, don't force it to fit. And if y'all want a personal reading or have a question, I do personal readings on this stream. Here's my board right here that has all my info for prices. And there's even a pinned comment in the chat. And I know my mods will help you with that too, if you have questions. So thank you, beautiful people, for being here with me tonight. Let me pull these cards up real quick. Move all this stuff around. So how y'all doing? Y'all feeling gravy? Hi, Moonchild. Hi, Shelby. Hi, Debs. Hi, Bob Young. Hey, Judith. Hi, Aaron. And hi to everyone else. If I didn't say your name, hello. Oops. Doggone it. Okay. Hello, Jaquisha. Welcome, beautiful soul. How you doing? I'm good, honey. Like I said, I just gotta stand tonight, too, and walk in my heels, because for whatever reason, it makes my back feel better sometimes. So I end up moving my chair. I moved it over there so I can stand here, and I pulled this shelf up closer so I can kind of use it as a table. I lean up against it when I need to. So yeah, it's better in some ways, and it's in other ways it's about the same, but it's to be expected. Y'all know me. Y'all know how stubborn I am. Sometimes I'm too stubborn for my own good. I can't help it. It's like, what am I going to do? Sit here and complain about it and not work and be here with y'all? I can't do that. So, I would love to have a desk. That one desk that I used to see on TV all the time. I don't watch TV anymore, so y'all may have seen it. But it's one of those desks that's like connected to the wall and it's on two rails and you know, push it up and down. You can have it at whatever height you want it. I need that type of desk. That way, you know, when I gotta sit, I can sit and lower it. And when I need to stand up, I can also use it and stand up. Okay. Yeah. I love that, Moonchild. Yep, that's my famous saying. I'm gravy, baby. We're gravy. Biscuits and sausage gravy. Now I'm going to struggle with this, putting this cards back again. Okay. That's funny. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Shelby? That's what I need. It's either that or one of these nights I'll be outside in my yard. The only problem is it's so bloody noisy because y'all hear all the cars going by. Just me being in here. Imagine me being outside. It'll be a lot louder. But I would only do it because my hot tub is out there and because of the cover and the height of the hot tub with the cover on it. It's at the perfect height I would need it to be to like use it like a desk. So I'm not avoiding you, Debs. What are you talking about? Yeah, Debs, and I told you I already tried it and it didn't work, honey. I've tried everything out there. That didn't work. I know exactly what you're talking about. Don't ask me why it didn't work, but it didn't. What is it, Shelby? That's right, Bob. That's right. Being stubborn means I don't give up. That's what that means. Okay, Moonchild. Hey, Chief. How you doing? Yeah, baby, it feels a little better, but I still gotta stand right now. I even put on my high heels, because for whatever reason, sometimes walking in my high heels actually makes it feel better. Don't ask me why. It doesn't make sense to a lot of people when I say that, but then I told my doctor that, and he said no, it makes perfect sense to him. I think it has to do with the angle or something. And he said that I'm not the first person who's told him that, so it's like, okay. As long as you don't look at me crazy when I walk in here with high heels sometimes. He's like, no. If it makes your back feel better, who am I to tell you not to do it? Okay. So, I do that box. Hot cupping, Bob? I don't know what that is, baby. What's hot cupping? What do you mean by hot cupping? Oh, Shelby. That's right, Chief. The good old pickle stabbers. Yeah, just pray for me that it'll shrink. It needs to shrink because it's huge, y'all. Um, let's see. I mean, I still have to share like that video. I sent it to Debs. Debs knows what I'm talking about. That explains about the cyst and roughly the location. And so, mine's considered huge. So it's pinching on all those nerves constantly, especially when it dilates. Hmm. No, Bob. I mean, I think I may have heard of something like that, something similar, but no, I've never tried it. No, Shelby, honey, I know it seems like it's never gonna get better, but you gotta stop thinking that way. Thinking like it's gonna all turn to, go south. Like it's gonna end up in a crapper. Oh, I believe in prayer too, Sunnyland. So thank you for the prayers. They have a standing desk, but it has a hand crank. That's interesting. You know, the only problem with IKEA is whenever you buy something from them, it comes in all these little tiny pieces, and it's like a million pieces that you gotta figure out how to put it together. I did that for my stepchild. Um, got her something, and brought it home, the box. Yeah, it was in a million pieces. I was like, oh gosh. I mean, we managed to put it together, but it was a pain in the butt. Well, thank you for checking it out, girlfriend, and letting me know. Oh, that's interesting, Bob. Who would you go for that, baby? Who would I need to go see, Bob, to get something like that done? Just curious. I don't know if it would work. Because like I said, think of like a cyst, in that bony part of your base of your spine, where all those nerves are coming out at the bottom of it. It says it's about 5. The cyst, I think, is about 5.5 millimeters. So it's big. So it's pinching more than one nerve, and it doesn't have any room for it to grow, really, because that area is so confined. Okay, Shelby. Yeah, I mean, I need to get one for times like this. Well, thank you for looking for that, beautiful. I appreciate it. Hey, country girl. Oh, you're welcome, honey. How you doing? It's good to see you, beautiful. It might. I mean, Bob, I'm willing to try anything. Because I definitely don't want them to do surgery on me because of the risk. And there's only 2 doctors. Understand me, there's only 2 doctors worldwide who treats my condition. That tells you how rare it is. And that tells you there really isn't a lot of info out there for it. Other than the 2 surgeons. And one of them's in Texas. It's Dallas, Texas, I think. The other one, I want to say, I heard is either Sacramento or Seattle, something like that. But I would have to travel, and there's just too much risk with it. I don't want to end up with a spinal fluid leak, and then hemorrhage, and then the infection, and oh, well, I'm glad, country girl. Oh, thank you, honey. I mean, I'm avoiding having anything done. I haven't even gone to see that doctor because he's in Texas. But my doctors here that are aware and have, some experience with the condition I have, um, I talked to, what, 5 different doctors? Yeah, my PCP, him, um, who was it? It was, crap, I just drew a blank. PCP, my pain management, and there was, yeah, 3 different surgeons, because between me and the, couch potato, and they were doctors that I trust, and they all told me, no, it's not worth the risk. There's not enough info out there on it either, so. No, thank you, beautiful. I appreciate it. Yeah, I decided to be in red tonight and put on my high heels. I mean, I know y'all know I wear high heels a lot, but even though I'm having a stand tonight, it's, for whatever reason, wearing high heels sometimes standing is much better on my back than sitting or laying down. As crazy as that sounds to people, it's also true, so it's getting better. So thank you. So how's everyone doing? What y'all up to this weekend? Y'all got any plans? Y'all do anything exciting? Get into any trouble? You're in pain too? I'm sorry, country girl. I'm sending you healing love and light, girlfriend. I relate. Hi, Joe. How you doing, baby? It makes sense to you, Shelby? Oh, I'm glad it makes sense to you, because some people look at me crazy. So, yeah. That's why I think when I shoot pool and being on my feet, and then, all the stretching, bending over the table, and different angles and such, I think that helps my back a lot, too. So, it's one of the things I really gotta get back into, plus I miss playing competitively. Oh, that sounds like a wonderful time, Shelby. Hello, Benny. I love to hear that. Hi, Audra. How you doing, beautiful? Oops. That sounds like a lot of fun, girlfriend. Just to be in the water. That'd be nice. I got a lake that's not far from me. There's actually 2 lakes. The biggest one, which I know there's like a lot of ghost stories out there about it. At least, on paranormal channels and such. Um, I'm not far from Lake Lanier, so there's a lot of stories about Lake Lanier, about people seeing things and people disappearing and all that kind of stuff. Yes, Audra, my back's hurting me, honey. Hello, Indigo. Anderson, how you doing, honey? Shelby, I haven't been to Lake Lanier in years. Um, I used to spend a lot of time there when I was a child, because I would go with my dad and my brother and my uncle, because my uncle had a boat, so we'd go out there on the lake. Um, but outside of that, I haven't been there except for I went up there um, well, a few years ago, about maybe what 5 years ago, I want to say. Oh, that lake bent. That's why. It was about 6 years ago, and it was for the holiday season though. Um, they were having some kind of festive thing going on with Santa, and they had like the shops up there had like Christmas ornaments and such. So went up there, had pictures taken with Santa, bought some ornaments, but I wasn't on the actual lake, so no, I can't say that I've ever experienced anything. I'd have to go spend some time out there. Because the only other time I've been on the lake is when I went out there on that houseboat for a party that we were invited to. That had it was a business party. Well, what's wrong with your car, Shelby? Benny, well, I'm sorry you didn't have a dad, honey. Hi, Mom Klein. How you doing, honey? I'm gravy. Thank you for asking. Other than my back, I'm gravy, honey. How you doing? Alejandro, I was gonna get an injection, but guess what? My insurance company told me they wouldn't pay for it. I had to go through physical therapy first before they would do it. It's like, you have got to be effing kidding me. And honestly, physical therapy is one of the worst things for it. I'm so happy to hear that, Alejandro. I know you love your job, baby. And I know you're very good at it. And thank you again for the pictures. Um, your tail light's not working. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Um, Audra, I'm telling you, they won't do it. Don't ask me why, girlfriend. My old insurance company would do it. New one, won't touch it. They said I have to go through physical therapy first. And I was gonna do it when I had started physical therapy for my shoulder, but they told me they couldn't do two separate things at the same time unless it was written by the same doctor. And naturally, because it wasn't written by the same doctor, I couldn't have double therapy. Otherwise, I would have already had half of it done and over with. But yeah. Oh, that's awesome, Audra. Well, I'm keeping my fingers crossed, beautiful, that it goes well on Monday. Hi, Cynthia. How you doing, honey? Benny, you said you got some money. You send solution, get you ready. I'm sorry, I don't know what that means, honey. $11.40. Mm. You got a crystal in the middle, and it's a clear yellow. You can see right through it. I don't know, Cynthia. Um, you know what I would do, beautiful? I would go through, and there's an app you can download that can tell you what kind of crystal it is. And then you could get the spiritual meaning of the crystal that way. Um, I do have a yellow crystal, but it's not, you can't see through it. It's actually, it looks like a butterfly. Let me see. Oh, what's the freaking name of this crystal? Let's see. I can't think of the name. But you can see it's yellow. Kind of looks like a butterfly. No, yeah, Shelby, I know. I thought about Daphne. Actually, yesterday and today, it's interesting you mentioned her. because I haven't seen her either. And I know Daria's just busy taking care of herself, knowing she's pregnant and tending to her family. Yeah, I don't know about Amilda. I've been thinking about her too. Yeah, Cynthia, check your apps, beautiful, on either your computer or your cell phone. And there's an app that you can download that if you were to take a picture of the crystal, it'll tell you exactly what crystal it is. And it'll give you like spiritual meanings to it and such. You're welcome, honey. Let's see. Okay. I'm gonna run to the ladies' room, y'all. I've been good, honey. Thank you for asking. I'm gravy. How you doing, Cynthia? Yeah, Sunnyland. Scott's doing all right. I talked to him last week. I know he's had some other issues going on, and I'm not gonna speak about it because that's his business. But I've been in touch with him. I actually got to reach out to him again, check on him. But yeah, he had some things going on. Okay, Shelly. I'm gonna run to the ladies' room, y'all. I'll be right back. Y'all are funny. Y'all are funny. I mean, really, whatever your name is. Am I someone's mother? No, I don't have any kids. Oh, thank you, 420. Some days I feel pretty. Some days. Trip over this hole. Empress baddie. I like that, Sunnyland. I don't understand where they come up with all these words. I mean, I really don't even know what the hell that's supposed to mean, but, you know. Yeah, Sonny, I've heard the term before, and I think you're right. I just don't know. I just don't remember exactly what it means. I guess I would have to do a Google search on what baddie means. Ooh, it's midnight. It's like saying you're sort of beautiful. Yeah, I reckon. Some days I am, some days I don't feel so great, but you know. Thank you. Thank you for the super sticker. Thank you very much, honey.